Yo, what is going on YouTube, man? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for tuning in today, man. I appreciate that. Today we're diving into some McTell, A Stone's Throw. Well, actually that's the album name. I think it's McTell, Blind Willie McTell. All right, I think that's it. But let's go ahead and read the request. This is a donation request from Buy Me a Coffee, and that's where we'll get most of the information. So let's read this, man. Hello, brother man Sean. Brother man, dude, that's crazy that you say that. But that was my friend, my childhood friend growing up, man. He used to always say brother man. Call all us friends brother man. Hey, what's up, brother man? Just made me think about that, man. Hello, brother man Sean. I know what a big fan of Dylan you are and his use of words, lyrics, and meanings. All of us old dogs in the mid-70s are Dylan fans too. Many great musicians have covered his songs. This one, Blind Willie McTell, is by the great young guitarist from the Rolling Stones solo album, McTell. I thought McTell sounded familiar, and I wanted to say it was Rolling Stones, and maybe a Stone's Throw Away helps that. But McTell, man, I've heard him on some great stuff, and I know that he had a big contribution to, I believe it was the earlier Stones stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. It's a gem. Bonnie Raitt does a fantastic cover of Standing in the Doorway and Million Miles. So good. All the guys say hello to you and your family, the cat too. Yo, I appreciate that. I guess y'all saw the cat, my cat Pepper, on the Doors reaction. I always have my office doors closed here to try to minimize the amount I affect my family with my going crazy in here to reactions. But that day, I think I was the only one home. I had the doors open and my cat was like, hey man, it's time to pet me. Pause the reaction, don't care. So it was great. I'm glad y'all saw that, man. My cat Pepper. Anybody, I can't remember what Doors reaction was on, maybe LA Woman. But if you haven't seen that, you want to check out my cat Pepper, man. She made an appearance. Let's go ahead and hop into this one. McTell, Blind Willie McTell. Here we go, guys. Wow, the way the keys and guitar are playing with each other.
On the doorpost, saying this land is condemned. I've traveled through East Texas, where many martyrs fell. I know nobody can sing the blues like Blind Willie McTell.
I like what we have.
I heard that rude out singing as they were taking down the tents. The stars above the barren trees were his only audience.
Wow, man.
You know those charcoal gypsy maidens, construct their
That's cold.
I see those big plantations burning. I hear the cracking of the whips. I smell the sweet magnolia blooming. I see the ghosts of the slave of the ships. There's a woman by the river with some fine young handsome man. He's dressed up like a country squire with bootleg whiskey in his hands.
Loving the congos. Can't fight the temptation. What a jam. What a jam, bro. Oh, man. Just let it fade out. Let it fade out. Brother. All right. All right, so we're gonna let this ride out here. I've got to say, Mick Taylor right here, man, just letting his genius shine through, dude. This song is solidified, man. This thing's the real deal. Awesome stuff, man. Very groovy, funky. You know, it's just coming at you with pure rock. Well, you know, sound, man. Pure rock sound right here. I even like the starting section. The starting section was very different. It was you had the guitar and the piano keys just kind of dancing along this more sad introduction, man, and I enjoyed that. And out of nowhere, man, the beat, the rhythm just rose up, and they really went full throttle from there on, man. Foot never came off the gas, man. And it sounds like in total, if I'm hearing this right, we've got, you know, some guitar in there, bass, drums, keys, and I want to say it sounded like congas, but I can't really tell the difference majorly between congas and bongos right now. But I do see congas more often than I see bongos, so I'm assuming it's probably congas. But that, dude, just adding just that other little element of music, right? In addition to everything else that's happening, I really was enjoying listening to that conga sound. Man, it really adds to the rhythm that's going on here, in my opinion. But really solid rhythm throughout here, man. Mick Taylor, just, I'm assuming that's him on that lead guitar, just constantly throwing it out there, man, doing his work, doing great work. Blind Willie McTell, I heard him talk about, it sounded like we went through generational eras, man, just different eras throughout history, man. We talked about the slavery days, and it sounds like some revolution, you know, you put the plantation up in flames. It even sounded like we went further back than that, talking about tents. I thought we talked about, like, the Native Americans. I thought we talked about slavery. I thought we talked about just different times throughout history and even to modern society. He's talking about looking out throughout his hotel room. So just these different eras of blues, but I don't know who Willie McTell is, so we're going to learn about that. I might be missing a big part of the story, but just from listening to what I was able to gather, that's what I was getting, is just these different instances throughout history, just blues, man, bad moments. And he's talking about we've got kind of a God up in heaven, but what we're given here, I mean, we're feeding into the temptation, right? We're fighting over the desires, the greed, the bad things in life, right? As we might get a little understanding, the 7 sins, right? Gluttony and all that other stuff. We're giving into the evilness and the dirty deeds in life, man. And you know, that's kind of what I was getting from this, man. So I want to jump in to see what they're talking about, what Blind Willie McTell is. Understanding this sounds like a Bob Dylan song from the donation request, but groovy sound that they put to this track, man. This thing was just full on amazing to get into and to listen to. So thank you for this request, man. I appreciate that. Now let's learn a little bit about Blind Willie McTell. All right, so first we're going to take a look at this one, and Blind Willie McTell seems like a real person right here. Birth name William Samuel McTeer, also known as many other names: Blind Sammy, Georgia Bill, Hotshot Willie, a lot of names out there, man. He was born in 1898. Ladies and gentlemen, he died in 1959 at the age of 61. Rest in peace, Mr. Willie McTell, Mr. Blind Willie McTell. His genres that he covered were country blues, we got ragtime, we got Delta blues, we got the gospel. Occupations: musician, songwriter, songster, and preacher. Instruments were guitars and vocals. So when he's talking about nobody understood the blues better than Blind Willie McTell, he's literally talking about a gentleman who played the blues, man, and did a lot of great things. So down here we've got McTell's influence extended over a wide variety of artists, including the Allman Brothers Band, who covered his Statesboro's blues, and Bob Dylan, who paid tribute to him in his 1983 song Blind Willie McTell, the refrain of which is, "And I know no one can sing the blues like Blind Willie McTell." Other artists influenced by McTell include Taj Mahal, Alvin Youngblood, Hart, Ralph McTell, Chris Smither, Jack White, and the White Stripes, man. So let's jump into this song right here. We've got the song released by Bob Dylan in 1991, or yeah, it says released in 1991, recorded in 1983. So I don't know what the deal with that one is right there, man. Studio, it was recorded in New York City. It's considered folk and blues on the original. Oh, dude, the producer on this song for Bob Dylan, it says is Mark Knopfler, man, from Dire Straits. How about that, dude? That's kind of crazy right there, man. Yeah, so just looking over the lyrics again, I kind of still get the same vibe of what I had said earlier, just kind of capturing these different instances, and then always coming back to Blind Willie McTell, who would sing the blues. And I don't know his catalog, right? But assuming Blind Willie McTell might have covered a lot of different topics in his blues, okay? Maybe he didn't stick to one, just kind of my woman left me, you know, I'm drinking today. Maybe he covered a lot of different points in history as well. And maybe that's what a lot of these shout outs are to stories that maybe Willie kind of highlighted and expanded on. This last verse right here is kind of crazy though, that I wanted to read it back. So I'm going to read it right here. I only heard it before, but let's read it now. It says, God is in his heaven, and we want all what's his, but power and greed and corruptible seed seem to be all there is. I'm gazing out the window of this old St. James Hotel, and I know no one can sing the blues like Blind Willie McTell, man. So there you go, man. A lot of, like you said, greed, corruptible seed, man. That seems like there's all there is. For some people, it seems like that's all there is for sure, man. For others, you know, we have a little compassion for our neighbors, man, and we try to be a little bit more understanding. So who knows, man? Who knows? But I like this one, man. So thank you for putting me onto this one right here. I think Mick Taylor and his group, man, did a fantastic job. I wonder if we can find out who his personnel was. It probably won't tell us that. Yeah, no, I'm not able to see that, man. So yeah, that's what we'll call it right here, man. I appreciate that. Yo, thank you guys so much for this donation request. Thank you. I appreciate this one, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed rocking out with me today right here with Mick Taylor, man. If there's more to react to from Mick Taylor, please let me know down in the comment section below, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in today with me, man. If you are enjoying the content that I produce on a daily basis, please consider becoming a member here on my YouTube or Patreon for as little as $3. It's a dope way to give back to the channel and support me if you guys are enjoying the content, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the descriptions below. Great ways to support me as well down there, man. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.